Hi guys, and welcome to my travel series. I'm Gurvinder Ravery, the owner of Gurvy Travel, and I have the pleasure of interviewing two guests today. I've got Norel Joseph with the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Board, and Susan Colton, a business development manager with Antigua and Barbuda. So welcome and thank you both for being here today. I really appreciate it. So I
Hi,
wanted to start.
Govinda.
Hello. And I wanted to start, can you guys tell me a little bit about yourselves if you want to introduce yourself and just give me a description of what you do?
All right, I'll allow ladies to go first. Go ahead, Susan.
Okay. My name is Susan Colton. I've been in the travel industry for 40 years, but I've been affiliated with the Antigua and Barbuda for about the last 15 years, 12 years. I actually rep some hotels in Antigua for a number of years, and now I actually work with the Tourist Authority in New York, and I cover the Mid-Atlantic area in Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, DC, New Jersey, and West Virginia.
Excellent.
Yes, a large territory there. Hi again, Govinda. And just so everyone know, my name is Norel Joseph. I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager for the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority here in the United States. And I do have business development responsibility for the South Central and Midwestern states. And so we're just really happy to be able to share updates with you on the destination. And of course, and if your viewers are seeing my screen share, then they can see how beautiful and gorgeous Antigua and Barbuda is, especially on a day like today where it's 60 something degrees here in New York City in the middle of May.
Yeah.
So definitely perfect weather on the destination right now.
Absolutely. Well, welcome. And thank you again for sitting down and talking to me during these turbulent times. So I'm going to ask a few questions and any one of you can take the lead on the questions. I had the privilege of visiting the beautiful island of Antigua and touring with Norel. Unfortunately, it was right after the hurricane, so I wasn't able to get over to Barbuda because it hadn't fully recovered yet. But for travelers not familiar with Antigua and Barbuda, can you tell us a little bit about the islands and where you're located and how to visit both and if it's possible on one trip?
Okay, sure, absolutely. So Antigua and Barbuda, two lovely islands in the Caribbean, northeastern Caribbean. We're in the Leeward Islands. So in terms of how to get to us, it's just a short 2.5 hour ride from Miami International Airport into our international airport, which is VC Bird International. Or if you're coming from the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, just under four hours flight. Antigua is the larger island, the main island where most of the resorts, tours and attractions, excursions, and so on are. And Barbuda is 27 miles northeast of Antigua. And you get to Barbuda by either boat, plane, or helicopter. The boat, which is the ferry, is just about 90 minutes, so an hour and a half, while the plane or the helicopter will get you there in 15 minutes. So depending on your mode of transportation and how you are, whether you get seasick easily or you prefer to be in an airplane, then those are the time frames of getting over to Barbuda, which is a lush green island, very undeveloped. It's the smaller of the two islands. Not a lot of resorts on the island. It has a very long, 17-mile long pink sand beach, a Frigate Bird sanctuary. So outside of the Galapagos Islands, Barbuda is one of the few places in the world you can find the Frigate Bird, or also called the monopod birds, which are nesting in a huge colony. And they're caves you can explore and just see the diverse lush greenery and birds and animals and so forth that you can find on Barbuda. So two lovely islands, Eastern Caribbean and on Antigua, of course. It's just friendly people on both islands, of course, beautiful spots you can hang out, fantastic bars, nightclubs, and local beach spots. So of course, we have 366 gorgeous beaches. So you can, just like the one behind me right here, where you can actually just relax and enjoy and have a fun time on the island.
Excellent. And is there a better time to travel over to the islands? Or is the weather always good? Is there a certain month that clients should be going over?
So
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I'm from the island, so anything I say might be a little biased. So I'll let Susan take this one.
Well, it is 84 and sunny almost, all year long. I don't really think there's a rainy season, right, Narelle? We don't have one. It might rain
Not
a little bit
really.
in the beginning of November, maybe the end of April, beginning of May, but that's it. So anytime is a great time to travel. And just to add to the Barbuda, it does have one of the most beautiful beaches that I've ever been on. It really does have pieces of pink in the sand, and it's just absolutely phenomenal.
Excellent, excellent. I'm hoping to get over there. So let's start with the big elephant in the room.
Mhm.
When is the proposed date for the borders to open for tourists?
So thankfully, our government just late last week announced that all borders will reopen on June 1st. So the country's in the phase of getting everything in order in terms of reviewing all of our health and safety protocols on the island that will be implemented at the resorts, at the airport, at the restaurants, and any place that any one of our guests might visit while on island, as well as to protect the local public as well. And so we're just now in the phase of working through those protocols, which hopefully by the end of this week, we'll have a full list of guidelines and requirements that will be in place for the June 1st opening of the borders. The first flight into Antigua is June 4th on American Airlines. So it gives us a couple of days between opening up the borders and the first international flight to get to the island and hopefully have everything worked out and ready in time for welcoming our first guests to the destination post the closure.
That's excellent. So are you able to share any of the health and safety protocols that are being put in place to minimize contact?
Well, at this time, they're still being discussed and decided upon,
Okay.
but I could probably just, just give you a general idea of what those might look like. So in terms of arriving on the island, one of the general consensus items being discussed involves having some level of knowledge as to whether persons have been tested or not for the COVID-19 coronavirus, and to have some level of that information upon their arrival. The exact requirements for that are still being devised. In terms of while on the island, we're certainly going to be encouraging our resorts and restaurants and so forth to continue to encourage folks to exercise social distancing and physical distancing practices. I imagine the hotels will do away with the buffet lines and so forth, and I will probably utilize more in-dining measures as opposed to having folks gathering around in a restaurant. And in terms of just the beaches, well, we have 366 beaches, so you can never really find a beach that's crowded on Antigua, thankfully, nor Barbuda. So definitely will be lots of social distancing on the beaches. So you can, if you're coming down for the island and to the beach, then hey, you definitely have lots of space to work with.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree. So Gurvy Travels clients vary from family, couples, girls who want to get away. Would Antigua Barbuda be a destination for them?
Absolutely. We have a lot of wonderful family resorts, and we have a lot of I don't want to say party atmosphere, but for those bachelorette parties or the girls, the housewives that just want to unleash from the children for a few days. We have lots of lovely property spas, some that have more nightlife than others that would be great for your clients.
Excellent. Excellent.
And to add to what Susan said, I think a very important point that we should really mention about the destination, there is a plethora of options on the island. They all aren't going to be open on June 1st. But in terms of what we have available, there are boutique small resorts. So resorts that are less than 50 rooms, less than 100 rooms. So for folks who are thinking, oh, well, I don't want to go into a property that's going to have thousands of people at the resort, then you won't find that on Antigua. We're really known for a lot of boutique, all-inclusive, non-all-inclusive, luxury, middle-of-the-road resorts. So it depends on what the client is really looking for. You can certainly find a great variety on the island. And in terms of adults only, as well as family-friendly resorts are also available. So I like to say there's something on the island for everyone at every price point.
Excellent. That's excellent. And I know you said you may have a little video to share with us. Did you want to share that with us?
I do. So if I could just go right ahead there.
Sure.
So yeah, that really just sums up everything for us, that we're saying, hey, we're ready when you are. We miss you and we can't wait to host you on the island. And of course, whenever you're ready, please keep Antigua top of mind.
That is excellent. I know during my trip, the resort, the island, the people, everything just blew me away. So I can't wait myself, and I can't wait to get clients over there. So if you had to think about the travel advisors that you work with, and why is it beneficial for guests and clients to actually work with a travel advisor?
I'll let Susan take this one. She's the expert on this.
Well, I just feel like in this, well, especially in this predicament that just has happened, so many people didn't know what to do. When you use a travel advisor, you're using a professional, number one. Number two, they know what to do and they have your back. They know who to call, who to contact, and they have a lot of connections that they've made over the years. They have very close personal relationships with the resorts, the airlines, not so much the airlines, but the resorts, the airlines, and they know what to do. I mean, a lot of people, spend days and days just to get through to Expedia. And I encourage people to use a travel agent because it really will, if it costs you $20 more, it's worth that $20.
Yeah.
Anytime you go to a doctor and you're talking to a professional, it's $100 an hour. You're talking to a professional, it might cost you $10 or $20 more, but it's worth it.
Absolutely.
So for your fine and, just to ensure that you're going to have a good vacation and things are going to go well, I suggest using a travel agent anywhere you are.
Excellent.
And definitely, if you're going to Antigua, you want to certainly use Gurvy Travel because they are Antigua and Barbuda specialists, certified Antigua and Barbuda specialists.
Excellent. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you're absolutely right. I think we've all kind of learned, along the way with everything that's happened recently. Yes. So is there anything else that you guys would like to add?
Susan?
I don't know. Let me think about that a minute, Narelle. You go first.
All right. Well, if we're wrapping up and just to sum everything up for everyone, I would absolutely say, look, Antigua and Barbuda is that perfect twin island destination for you, whether it's for your destination wedding, for your honeymoon, for your family vacation, or what have you, whatever it is that you're looking for. And if you're just looking for, we've all been pent up in our homes and our apartments and what have you for the last few months. And some of us would really love to have that escape and to relax and have a little bit of peace of mind away from what our current circumstances and situations at home might be. And so the destination is just ideal for that. Like I mentioned, it is a short plane ride away, depending on where you are, just 2.5 hours from Miami, under 4 hours from JFK, New York, and Newark, New Jersey. And so you get there, you get on the beach, you have yourself a rum punch, you interact with the locals, which of course, we're very friendly folks. And of course, you want to do so in a safe manner. And we're going to be doing everything possible to ensure that any one of our guests who come onto the island will be safe and healthy and have a good time while they're here.
Excellent.
And just a reminder for all your clients that Antigua and Barbuda is a very safe island to travel to as far as safety and crime. We're a very good island to travel to because we have a very good reputation of being a safe island as well. And we're going to try to make our protocols as seamless as possible for your clients that come to the island. So we only see good things happening in our future under the new circumstances of the world is going to be for a while.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, you guys were fabulous. Thank you both. I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. So I'm so glad you guys came to share a little bit of Antigua and Barbuda. And please stay safe And hopefully we will see you soon on the island of Antigua and Barbuda.
Well,
Thank you so
Yes.
much.